What's going on, guys? Kid Bash here. On the desk today is a Knightfall Batman figure from Mafex. Now, going over the packaging, you do have the big Batman logo here. Picture of the figure right there. On the side as well, you have a picture of another logo, DC, and then a picture of the figure. One thing I really like about Mafex packaging, very collector friendly. You can store these. You have options. Like me, I like to put mine on the shelf like this. In my closet, they're stacked up like one by one. And you can have, the image here, and you can easily tell what the figure is. This side too, say you stack them this way, you can have them all lined up and have pictures of the figure. On the back, you have more pictures of the figure in different poses with showing different accessories and whatnot. On the bottom, you have your legalese. Official sticker. I guess if it doesn't have this, it's not real. Let's open this up and take a look at the accessories. Now you can see in the packaging, this one's pretty light. It doesn't come with much, which I guess it doesn't need much. It also comes with a stand. I don't use these often, but when I do, they're pretty handy. You're able to tighten them up and get whatever pose you need out of the figure. Here's something new they're doing. Genuine, I guess you could certify it as a genuine product. Like you could go on a website and scan the barcode and like inputs it in a database to let people know it's real, I guess if you sell it or whatever. Or if you just want to log your collection. Back to what I was saying though, this is one of the lighter Mafex figures. You get 4 sets of hands, including the fists that come on the figure. Some batarangs, extra head, and the grapple hand. The grapple hook. Now the accessories are interesting though because of how they plug into the gauntlet, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Taking the figure out the packaging. One thing I really love about this figure is the paintwork. The paintwork on this figure is awesome. Like I really love that blue. It's not a chrome blue, but it's like a really, really royal candy blue. It's fire. It's really fire to me. And it sucks that my background is blue and it's just not blending well. But if you have this figure, you know what I'm talking about. The paintwork is just stellar on this. Even the yellow, there's like shading in the lines and stuff. It's pretty good. This chrome blue is pretty nice too. I do like how this belt is soft plastic. It gets out the way of any pose you might need. And it looks like on the leg, at least, they put a wash on these. Just a slight one, just to match the chest piece here. Gauntlets look absolutely fire. Like these are some of the most fire gauntlets I've ever seen. Like Nightmare, what is it? I keep saying Nightmare. Knightfall Batman, this is fire. Like Azrael taking over as Batman. Pretty sure if you were reading this comic run back in the day, you were having like a ball because this is sick. Going down, the legs are pretty plain, but you do have the same little like fins, I guess you could call them, on the legs, same as the gauntlet. Paintwork is fire. Sculpt is pretty good. Let's take a look at articulation. Head is probably the most limited piece of articulation here. Not by its fault, I guess. It's more by design, because if you look at the back of the head here, there's a lip on the head, and usually with Mafex, they come with like a curved ball peg. Let me show you. They come with a curved ball peg, and usually when you turn it that way, it's for better articulation backwards, and mine is really tight, by the way. I don't know if yours is like that. This is probably the only tight thing I have on the figure. My figure's pretty loose, you're gonna see right now. But usually you turn it that way, you get more articulation backwards, but due to the design, the lip, and then crashing into this, you don't really get a lot of upward. Well, you do, you get enough. But let's say you want him like pose on the shelf like he's flying or jumping off a building. He's not gonna look that far up. Does look pretty far down though, which is pretty good. The shoulders will be a little limited because this is hard plastic, but not too much. They'll do everything they need to do. They'll go up, they'll go out that far. There's a swivel there. It is double jointed, but it's blocked by the gauntlet. On the wrist, you will get a swivel and a pivot, and that pivot can go left and right, or kind of hard to go up and down because of the sculpt on the gauntlet right here. But you can rotate this, I'm sure. Oh yeah, there you go. You can rotate that to get the up and down swivel right there. So you have that in the wrist. Torso is really good. You do get a lot of down in the torso. Also a lot of back or up if it's not stuck. Get a lot of back in there too. But be careful. Mine is scuffing. You can see right there. Mine is scuffing every time I move it, which doesn't bother me because it's part of the articulation. And even if I was to like say, I need a new one, it would do that anyway. So just, if you don't want that to be scuffed, be easy with the crunching and the moving and stuff. Pretty good on a swivel too. Mine is kind of loose, same for my shoulders. My shoulders up and down are really loose, and my swivel on my shoulder is really loose. My wrist too. These things come off extremely easy. Extremely easy. And then in the waist, you do have the drop down hip, so you can get about that far out. Double jointed on the knee, ankle pivot, ankle rocker, everything, and then a toe joint as well. Articulation is pretty much standard for a Mafex figure. If you've had a Mafex Batman, you know what you're getting into with that. But like I said, I really do like this figure, even with the mishaps. And let me show you how the accessories attach before we get up out of here. So the grapple, if you can see the hole right there, there's a hole right there. This grapple hook goes in there like this. And does it go in there? That's what the pictures, that's what the box showed. Let me try this other one. Let me try on camera. Let me try this other one. This one, oh yeah, this one's way tighter. So yeah, the grapple hook can go in there like that. And it just shoots out like that. I guess, and I've never read the comic, so I'm assuming that's how he does it, because that's how the toy does it. But, and this is bendy. I don't know if it's bendy on purpose or if it's just a wire they use, but it's bendy, so you can get, that's pretty robotic looking, but you can get, you know, like a curled look out of it. Like it's loose before it gets tight. You can get one of those looks. That's not perfect, but nothing involving humans is. But you can get one of those looks, and then also the batarangs. Let me show you the batarangs and how they attach. So these are keyed. Well, not keyed, but they are, if you can see it. Let me see if I can get in there. It should say an R on there. Yeah, you can see it right there. So they are not keyed. They are keyed, but they do tell you which arms they go on. So this is the right. And it has the left and the right only has to do which way the batarangs come out. So let me put them both on so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me get the left one out the packaging. Give me a second. So here's left and right keyed in. They do look really good. And this is where I think a swivel on here, well, I guess the swivel's here, so you don't need it. But a swivel on the gauntlets would have been pretty awesome just to see, you know. But this is what I mean when I say the left and the right depends on which way the batarangs go. Because if you peg this in over here, which I think it should, yeah, the batarangs will go out. So that's the only thing. It's nothing stopping them from going in either way, but the batarangs are either going to go out or going to go in depending on which way you have them pegged in. And then let me pop on this unmasked head too. Give me a second. I got to get this out the packaging. Pop on this unmasked head, and then you can get like his open hands on here. So the picture on the back of the box has him holding a mask. We're going to try it right now. Picture on the back of the box has the open hands like he's chilling. Let's get this guy posed up. I guess be careful too articulating this up. You see mine has a little dent right there, so be careful doing that motion, because I guess this will dig into here. So if you don't want that. None of that bothers me because it's a figure, I'm posing it, so it's going to, you know, have certain things that happen to it. Not perfect, but he is holding his helmet. This head looks fire. One thing about Mafex though is all these heads look the same. Like this looks like Superman, which looks like Bruce Wayne, which looks like Azrael. Mafex is funny with that, but that's the extra head on there. There's the open hands. Show you the closed hand, or the more relaxed hands, I should say. Here's the more relaxed hands. There's the more relaxed hands on there. And then we'll do the fisted hands, and I'll get you guys up out of here. And then here's the fisted hands, which come on him in the box. If I can find the other one. These come on him in the box. So there's his fisted cuffs right there. And then these hands are a little bit, these are the same as fisted hands, but you can see they have like a gap right there for holding the cape. He holds the cape so much in the comics. It's kind of crazy. Let me show you what that looks like actually. If I could do it in a timely manner. He holds his cape so much in the comics. I was messing with this earlier and I couldn't really do it like good, but you pretty much take the cape and it slots in. If you have the Hush Batman, this is the same, and Superman, I think, and any of the other Batmans. There's a bunch of Batmans out here. But yeah, it just slots in the cape. I can't do it on camera. I'll be here all night. So giving my final thoughts on this figure, I absolutely love it. I don't know much about the comic, but I'm going to watch a couple YouTube videos to refresh. Not refresh, but get me, you know, up to speed on it. Because this is fire. Like, I really like this a lot. I like this look. This look is just fire. I know I said that already, but it's really good. And like I said, the cape is really good. If you missed this figure, I don't know what to tell you. If you missed out on this figure, I have a lot of people tell me, like, how do you afford Mafex? And I just tell them, get your money up. Like, it's, if you want to afford something, you will. Just remember that. Like, if you want something, like I bought Hot Toys Darth Maul. I really wanted the figure, so I sold some stuff and I bought it. So it's not impossible. But if you want these figures, you'll find a way, you know. And I'm seeing I'm having that issue. I usually have an issue with my Mafex figures where one side of the cape is not pegged in. Because you can see how this one's not flopping, and then look. So this one's not all the way in, which I don't know why that always happens. I see people pose these capes and they do the most dramatic poses. But yeah, this figure is amazing. I love it. That sculpt work continues on the back. Is just absolutely fire. But like, comment, subscribe. You know, let me know what you think about this in the comments. And I'm out.